Hello everyone. Welcome to Marking Up with HTML for Beginners. I'm Amit Kumar and this is section 4, hyperlink. In this section, we are going to deal with what is hyperlink, URLs and paths, absolute versus relative URLs, non-HTML resources, some more links, and creative a navigation menu. So in this section, by the end of this section, we are going to deal with one assignment. So this is our first assignment in this course. This is tutorial 16, what is hyperlink? Now hyperlinks allow us to link documents to different documents, resources, parts of a document or to various apps. Hyperlinks have been a feature of the web since the beginning and makes the web a web. Almost any web content can be converted to a link or web address or URL. Now what is a hyperlink? Hyperlink is actually a link towards other documents or any other resources. So if we are making a text as a hyperlink to a document, so whenever we are going to click on that text, definitely we are going to land on that certain document. So there are various text, image, tables and any content on the web page. Any of those content can be converted to a link. Once a content is converted to a link, we can definitely click on that content. Now hyperlink is one of the initial feature of the web. So once HTML was introduced, this feature is since that moment of time. Now you might have heard a statement in the last slide that was URL. Now what is a URL? URL means Uniform Resource Locator, and a URL represents web address for any of the following. It can represent an address for an HTML page, for a text file, for an image, for a video file or for an audio file. Users make requests to these URLs to access these resources. Now let me explain you with help of an example. Now there is a server. Server is nothing but a machine, right? So there is a computer system acting as a server. You can write it as computer system. Now this server is having plenty of resources available here. Now these resources can be an HTML file, can be a text file, can be an image, fine. And each one is having their own names, right? If it is a text file, let it be xyz.txt, let it be xyz.pdf, and let it be an xyz.html. Now suppose this is a server containing all these files on it, and this server is registered on World Wide Web with these files having public access. That means anyone can access these files. So each one of them is going to have an address. Now right now I'm going to represent this address as numbers like 1000 and this one as 1001 and this one as 1002. Okay. So because this server is registered on www, then any client who is having internet access right now, so let's suppose this is a client having an internet access, so he or she can request for these publicly accessible files on the server. Now how this client is going to request the server for any file? Now the client will type in an address, okay, a URL on the address panel. Now let me show you an example. Once you open the Google Chrome, you can see there is a panel where you actually type in the address. So now if you will go there, you can easily see it's written https://www.google.com. Now this is something what we say as URL. So similar to this, each one of them will have a URL, right? Now this client will type in that URL on the web browser. Now the web browser will send the request to the server, and then server according to the URL will send the response back to the client. So this is how this client server architecture works, and this URL plays the role to access any certain resource on the server. And as I told you, user make requests to these URLs to access these resources. Now, if the browser does not know how to display or handle the file, it will ask the user if he or she wants to open the file or wants to download the file. Nowadays, web browsers are quite advanced, and most of the web browser supports most of the resources that are available there. Still, if there is any resource which you are sharing through a link and the browser is unable to open it, definitely in that case the browser will ask you to open the file or to download the file. Now, anatomy of a link, that is the structure of a link. So a basic link is created by wrapping the text, in case you are making the text as a hyperlink. So a basic link is created by wrapping the text inside an A element or anchor element and using the href attribute that contains the URL. So definitely A is known as anchor tag. Href, hyperlink reference, will contain the address. Now clearly you can see over here, this is a anchor or this is a hyperlink right over here. This particular text is going to be the hyperlink. Now this anchor tag is starting from here and is ending right here. And within the starting tag, an attribute is used known as href. And to this href attribute, I have provided a URL over here, right? Now, just like this, you can provide any certain URL. Now, what will happen when this certain page will open in a browser, we would be able to click on this proper tutorials text to move to this certain URL. So now it's time to see the same thing practically. Okay, so I have opened my notepad and this certain compulsory code is right over there. Here I'm going to introduce you the anchor tag or the link, right? So let me give the title of the page as link, and here I'm going to create few links, right? The first link I'm going to create is to the Google page, right? So I'm just going to type in Google and I will close this anchor tag, and within this href I will provide a value, right? Now what value I will provide over here? I will provide the URL, and that will be https. Now later down the line, I will definitely going to discuss what is the difference between HTTP and HTTPS. But till then, just understand that it is a protocol which needs to be followed if you want to surf on internet, right? Fine, we are going to type in www.google.com. So this is the URL of Google and this is the hyperlink to Google. So I will show you this on the web page. So let me save this file on the desktop in the marking up with HTML tutorial 16, and I will name it as link.html. Now clearly we can run this page. So launch in Chrome, and here you go. You can clearly see a link over there with the text Google, and as soon as I'm hovering my mouse over there, the pointer is converting to a hand, right? So let me click on it and you can see we are landing on the Google page. So we have successfully added a link over there, right? Okay, you might have seen this certain URL, okay, on the slide, which is the official URL of Proper Tutorials or our website, right? So I guess you know the name right now. So this is going to be our domain and this is going to be the name of our website. But right now it's under maintenance. So if you are going to open this domain, it will not open. Now let me show you that. So launch in Chrome, and suppose if I'm going to click on this Proper Tutorials, definitely I'm going to land on this page which is saying that it's under maintenance right now. So right now maintenance is going on, but this is going to be our website. Now you might have noticed one more thing. I have created two hyperlinks even though they both are coming in the same line. And that's because the hyperlinks or the anchor tags are inline elements. So in that case, if you want to change the line, definitely you have to use the BR tag. Now let me show you this. Definitely they will come in two different lines. So definitely that marks the end of this tutorial. In the next tutorial, we are actually going to discuss about URLs and paths in detail. So definitely something interesting is going to come. That's it in this tutorial. Hope to meet you in the next tutorial. Till then, thank you and happy programming.